Lady Red's in the building. Take your shoes off. Relax and unwind. Let her creep into your mind about that kinky shit. She's on go mode. So let go. It's Lady Red. What's your kink? Let's talk about it. Come have a seat. Don't be scared.
Hey kinky friends, thanks for tuning in to Interview My Kink with Lady Red, a podcast where we explore the personal stories of individuals within the kink, BDSM, and leather community. Whether you're watching us live or watching a pre-recorded episode, we thank you. Before we get today's episode started, I want to tell you a little bit about it in case this is your first time watching. You can do whatever you want in the chat. In fact, where's everyone watching us from? We'd love to see. Halfway through the video, I will go into the comments and I'll read your comments and I'll answer any questions then. So that's when I ask that if it's one you want seen right then and there, go ahead and do it then. So and anyone who sat around waiting, I'm so sorry. Thank you for watching. We had a little technical difficulties, okay? So today, I have the pleasure of sitting down with and talking with Nicholas Tanek, an American author, ghostwriter, speaker, and producer from New Brunswick, New Jersey. He is an advocate for mental health struggles and proudly expresses his love for unconventional sexuality. His message is one of resilience, creativity, and open-mindedness. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to y'all Nicholas Tanek. Hello, Nicholas. How are you?
Hello, Lady Red. You look amazing. I love. Oh my God. I love.
Thank you so much.
We got it here. We did this. I feel so good about this.
I felt like I had to dress up for you because you're always looking so sharp. I'm like, well, let me put something on so I can match his vibe. So.
Well, who told me? Very young age. I don't want my best dressed day to be in a coffin. You know what I mean?
I know, that's right. Yeah. So you got to show out all the time. So I feel like this episode, there is one question that can sum it all up. And that question is, how did kink save your life? But I don't want you to answer that question because we're going to go deep into it, okay? So
yes.
First, I like to ask people, how did they get that name? So I don't know if Nicholas Tanek is your real name or it's your scene name. So if it's your scene name, if you can tell us a little bit more about your name.
My name, Nicholas Tanek, is a pen name, a non-plume, as they say, right? A pseudonym. I was a bad shit as maybe 20 years ago. I was a drug addict. I didn't have a personality necessarily. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to be. I aspired to be a writer. I aspired to be an artist, something creative. But I felt shallow. I felt like I didn't have an identity, right?
Yeah.
So I emotionally and in a creative sense, in a creative way, killed myself off, and I wrote a book called "The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself."
Okay.
No one kills himself in the book. It's a saying. Basically, it's a true love story it's a tribute to a woman who changed my life. She passed away, and after she passed away during Hurricane Sandy, I needed to write this book. I needed to tell her story because no one was going to tell her story. And this is a true story about survival and second chances. And it's at the core of it's a love story.
Yeah.
And I basically killed my selfish self off, my old self, killed it off. I learned, this woman taught me how to love, how to respect myself, how to have purpose, right? And how to basically become myself. And a lot of it was through kink. So it was a saying, like, it's the coolest way to kill yourself. Kink is the coolest way to kill yourself. This is the coolest way to kill yourself, you know what I mean? And ultimately, love is the coolest way to kill yourself, because I became a different person. I became Nicholas Tanek. And in writing the book, choosing the name, I wanted to not only offer the community, if I came into a scene or something, or a party, a munch or something, I wanted to have an identity.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to just be like some kinky gooner,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
and I had a story to tell. So what other better way to tell a story than in a book? So this
Yeah.
book is not only a memoir of me, but it's a memoir of her. And it's filled with hard drugs, heroin, cocaine, angel dust, and filled with kinky sex, chastity,
Yeah.
forced feminization, cross-dressing, you know, uh, the cuckolding, stuff like that. And it deals with endless amounts of music references. So I chose the name Tanek because it means immortal. I'm Polish. I'm half Polish. I'm 50%
Okay.
Polish. And Tanek means immortal. So if I'm writing a book called The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself, and I'm becoming someone else, and I also, honestly, I looked up the name and it didn't come up. It only came up as a fictional character in some other book.
Yeah.
So I was just like, that's perfect.
Uh-huh.
It'll come up in a search if it, and it can be a part, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make Nicholas Tanek immortal. And the only way Nicholas Tanek can be immortal is if he's a man of the people, if he helps. Like a good, kind, cool, open-minded person who could help the kink community get money, help the kink community, educate themselves, just help each other out, be an inspiration for art, right?
Yeah.
And creativity and stuff like that. That's what I strive to be. I don't know if I am, but that's what I'm striving, right? So I'm using this podcast, and originally I used the podcast just to promote, my books, but it became more than that. So Nicholas Tanek Tanek means the Polish immortal, but Nick,
Yeah.
honestly, Nick is just like a fun name, a cool name. I got it from this movie called The Sure Thing, John Cusack, and there's
Okay.
this scene, right? And they're driving, Daphne Zonga and John Cusack, and they're kids. They're like teenagers, like college kids at the time.
Yeah.
They're talking about babies, and like they're asking the mother, or someone's asking like, "What are you gonna name your kid?" And he says, someone says, "Elliot." Nothing against the thing Elliot, but they make fun of the name Elliot in the movie. Like, you're not gonna call your kid Elliot. Well, what would you call him? And then John Cusack simply goes, Nick.
Nick.
Call him Nick. Nick's your friend. Nick's your
Yeah.
boy. Nick's the guy. Nick's the person
Yeah,
you
everyone
trust.
loves Nick.
Everyone loves Nick. So, and then I thought of Saint Nick and stuff like Santa Claus and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it kind of just fell into place in an artistic sense. And because I wanted to be a person, I didn't want to be like, lingerie lover 69 or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, just something weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear that.
I wanted, because I believe the kink community, with all the fantasy, right?
Uh-huh.
With all the fantasy and all the role play, the beauty of it is that we're real people.
So did you start out with the name, or like you came into it like after being in the scene for a little bit, and you were like, I need this
I
identity?
came up with the name for the book.
Okay.
And it was actually, I wrote the book and I was going to write it all under my name.
Yeah.
And I accidentally sent the rough draft to my ex-wife.
What?
Because it had she has the same name as my editor.
Okay.
So, you type in
Yeah.
stuff, oh shit, I did it. She was not happy. So my lawyer is like, this is a perfect opportunity to use a pen name.
Yeah.
What pen name do you want to use? So and immediately I thought of, I looked up immortal, Polish, just started looking at stuff, and then I thought of the short, and like, it all happened in like 30 seconds. I'm like, Nicholas Tanek. Why not? It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta trust
I
your,
like
like, in moments of creativity.
Yeah, well, that's a quick way. Sometimes the best names are just right on. You don't want to think about it too much, because then you start changing your thought pattern. So you spoke a little bit about your book, and you have such an animated way of telling stories. I love it. But can you tell us a little bit more about Lynn and the role she played in your life?
Lynn, she was like the original muse. You know what I mean? She, very, very anxiety-ridden woman. We met as kids, with teenagers.
Okay.
Believe it or not, over like I went to my first rave and I took ecstasy. I was I don't even think I was a senior in high school yet. I think I was a junior.
Okay.
And I'm all hungover and I looked horrible, and like yet her and a bunch of friends came over my house, uninvited, just to see me, I guess. And that's how we met. And that was a very odd way to meet, but like throughout the summer, it was a summer fling, right?
Yeah.
I was before I even met her, I was in love with someone else. I had a major crush on this woman named
Oh.
Zia.
You were a player?
And I wasn't a player, I was a romantic. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. There is a difference. Okay.
Right? Um, so no, but I was a hardcore romantic.
Mhm.
But I love sex. I just enjoy sex. I enjoy the communication of it, the connection, the of course the human touch. You know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just everything about it is just, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get laid, of course, you know, because I'm in love with someone else. It's unrequited.
Yeah.
This woman comes into my life. We were supposed to have a summer fling. It lasted about a year, right? And then she goes off to college. I go off to college and stuff like that. We break up. 15 years go by.
Mm.
We both get married to other people. We both struggle with drug addiction. I'm talking hardcore drug addiction, heroin, cocaine, stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Her addiction went into a very, very different dark place. Just different, like different horrors. You know, we both lived, you know, but after 15 years, we found each other, and then we put the kink in kink, right? And I like to say,
Yeah.
I also like to say, true love is not having to clear your browser history.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So we just shared kink. And she knew, because I tell her, that we'd share kink.
Yeah.
I had a kink for forced feminization, cross-dressing, and femdom narrative, chastity. I was terrified of chastity. I was terrified of pegging.
Yeah.
I knew I liked the feeling of the fabric. It wasn't a gender thing for me, really. It was more about the sensory aspect and also the romance of a woman making me do this.
So
That
you
was my
you
side.
do speak about the chastity. I have a question for you. Do you like being the key holder, or do you like having it, someone else hold the key and you wearing the chastity?
That's a
I'm
good
just
question.
curious.
That's a great question. It's funny because my experience with chastity evolved throughout the years. The more romantic that you get, the more connected you become. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the more locked into it you are, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel. So throughout the years, I started to respect and have a lot of fun with chastity. Me being a key holder is something I have not done yet.
Okay.
Do it. Yeah, if anyone wants to.
It's
Yeah,
something
reach
you
out.
think about if you met the right person?
I could be very, very mean.
Oh. Okay. I hear that. Yeah. That's good. That's
If you
fun.
want me to be,
That's fun.
if you want, I'm
Yeah.
at heart. I'm a nice person at heart, but sometimes they they want me to be mean. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes that's the fun part about it, switch.
Yeah, that is. It is fun. You let out the world's
Yeah.
falling apart, right? I can. That's the thing. Like with the world falling apart and everything like that, and like politically, it's all a bad mess. Sometimes you just need to spank someone hard. To
Yeah.
Get that aggression out.
Yeah, that's true. So you've written The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself, and then you also you wrote a novel.
That is the novel. The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself is a novel.
Okay.
And
So
then
chipped black nail polish. What is that?
this
Okay.
is like it's like a return to my punk rock roots. It's telling my story as a teenager,
All right.
basically. So it's kind of a young adult novel, but it's me. Like my books are about me. They're from me. They're all connected. You don't have to read them all together. But this is a glimpse. Think of it like a John Hughes movie, right? Like some kind of Wonderful or Pretty in Pink, but with more drugs and more crime.
Yeah.
Like and a
Okay.
lot of music references, like tons of, because it's about me being a punk rock kid, very kind of awkward and lonely and hating the trends. That everything is, we're force fed one thing. We didn't have the diversity we have now.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
me, I was a white kid stuck in the suburbs, and it's really about me coming into this new world, which is like the indie punk rock goth kind of scene, which is extremely diverse, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there are black people, Indian, Asian people, and like they accept me and I accept them, and everyone accepts each other, but we still have this attitude,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You still acknowledging that you're different, but you're still connecting with each other. But yeah.
Fucking loved it. So that's what this is about. It deals with a summer, and basically the first love of my life. It's like it's Nicholas Tanek's puppy love situation, and it's kind of fucked up if you think about it, because you see glimpses of where like rope play came in and drug addiction comes in and femdom comes in, but I have to be real to the time period.
Yeah.
I have to tell the story, so I try to tell it in a way, but it's not overtly sexual or anything like that. It is, it's edgy for kids reading at that age. I'll say that. But it's more of a document of myself. I didn't write it to like become a young adult novelist or anything like that. I wanted to tell the story because I felt that was the root of my love of community, right? That was my root. Stemmed from punk rock, then it went to the rave scene. After that, it went to the hip hop scene. Because I used to do journalism for hip hop. So my whole thing, I went through all these scenes, right? Mm-hmm. The punk rock scene, the rave scene, the hip hop scene, dance scene, like house music scene, stuff like that, just clubs and stuff like that. And I wanted to get that vibe in the Kink community. I wanted to create it. So that's what the energy of the show is trying to be like,
Is your book on audio?
No, not yet. I'm going to work on it this summer.
Okay.
I'm working on Your Kinky Friends, the third book. I'm working on. I'm going to start recording it this summer.
Okay, good. I look forward to hearing that. Now, you talk about a lot of drug use. Can you tell me how Kink has helped with your recovery, and just cover a little bit of how it's helped with your personal healing as well?
You know what? I'm going to tell anybody out there listening to this. If you're listening to this right now, and if you're struggling with drugs, change is the only constant in your life. This will change. You can break this cycle. It can. Don't lose hope. It can change. I've been so hopeless, suicidal, gun in my mouth, straight up. The connection in the Kink community is something that I find so sacred. It makes me push on. It makes me want to continue. It gives me purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even a little purpose of, you know what? I'm going to lick a clitoris tonight. And how it's going to be. Like that's a purpose. That's a purpose to have.
Yeah, something to look forward to and taste. And
Yes, that's a goal to obtain. And it's a fine, refined taste, too.
Yeah. I know, right? Some people said it's an acquired taste, but I don't know.
I love it. But yeah, I'm sorry about it.
No, I enjoy it. I like how real you are, and that keeps it entertaining. You are so real with the Kink. Have you ever felt like you had to pause it or scale it back a little bit? I don't know, maybe
all the time.
And how do you deal with that?
In the grocery store.
What do you think about the grocery store? What do you do?
I'm very hypersexual, and talking to so many kinky people all the time. I go for walks all the time. My phone rings and someone is like telling me stories about this or that. Like I love it. It hardwired my brain. So there's always a joke to be made in the supermarket.
So somehow it leads back to Kink, no matter what the topic is.
Always. And come on, Lady Red. How many times you're walking down the supermarket, you're walking down the aisle, and you see a beautiful person, just a beautiful person. You have and you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that happens. You could, and it's also about me being aware. I had a liver transplant, right? So my senses are working overtime. I see like everything. Like I see every smile, every kind of vibe. I feel it. It's wild,
Yeah.
So yeah, and then when conversation-wise, right? I always have to watch what I say. Especially my parents, my mom, my dad. My
Yeah.
brothers have kids, right?
Yeah, so you just
even
have
though
to
they're grown up.
You have to be aware of your surroundings, Nick. You can't just be talking about sex and kink all the time.
No, yeah, you know the audience, right? That's why I
Yeah.
have this, and that's what I'm glad he brought that up because I feel that people like you and I, we're giving people a place where they can feel free to talk about sex in a comfortable way.
Yes,
Because
talk about
most
it.
everybody everywhere out there, when they leave this, they can't talk to about many people.
That's
Some people
true.
can't talk to their wives or their husbands. They certainly
Yeah.
can't talk to their bosses, their mothers or
Yeah.
fathers. Okay, I'm going to ask anybody out there, if anyone's wearing pants, if a man is wearing panties right now, call your mom, tell them. Is that going to happen? Is that
Why
gonna
would you
happen?
tell your mom that?
Right, exactly. No, so right, so it's like you have to know your audience.
Yeah,
right? You have to know-
definitely. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true. So, you were talking about your different relationships. Have you ever been in a 24/7 DS or power exchange dynamic? And if you have, can you speak about that a little bit? If not, have you considered it?
Oh, of course. Well, it all stems from fantasy, right? You see, I see people like, I'm going to shout out some people like Nikki Graziano and Daddy Delilah. They live it full time, or
Oh,
they
wow,
did.
okay.
I don't know if they, but like, or shout out to, to Starla Vamp, like they documented this like full time this full time sissy narrative, right?
Yeah.
Where like the woman is basically keeps the man locked in chastity, dressed 24/7, has to be the maid, has to clean everything, like the bathroom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy. I got work to do. I got shit to do. Right? Like,
Yeah, you can't live
you know,
that 24/7. Yeah, some people live it
no,
when
you
they
can't.
can. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I do. See, and also because I'm a switch, so I am.
Yeah, me too.
I'd say blessed or
Yeah.
extremely fortunate to be in a relationship where both of us love to switch.
Yeah.
So I'll say this right now. I'm locked in chastity right now. I'm wearing garter belts and stockings right now
Oh, wow.
underneath all of this, right?
Okay.
And last night I was in a French maid outfit.
Yeah.
I was clean. I clean the bathroom in a French maid. I do the dishes and stuff like that. I was
Yeah.
licking tres leches off toes in a French maid outfit with a collar and a leash, garter belt, stockings, and chastity belts before I went to bed.
Yeah.
And that was just something we do.
Yeah,
Every once
yeah.
in a
So
while.
wait, you've been in a chastity since last night before you went to bed?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I get out and I see in my situation we're switches. So I'm
Yeah.
let out. Fuck.
Yeah.
And I gotta do well. So we're switches. So like Friday night may be all femdom, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I'm in corsets or garter belts or whatever, and I'm serving and I'm trying to serve well. And then when I'm unlocked, I fuck well, right?
Yeah. Because you're
And
holding back
but-
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the passion, but we know this, but I'm holding back, so it's not gonna go extremely long because I've been right.
Yeah.
So Friday's Femdom Friday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday's a new day though. Saturday's a new day. Saturday I'm on purpose.
Okay.
Saturday I'm done, right?
Yeah.
So there's a whole different mode that comes to play, and then it's a cycle, and it goes on, and then we're constantly exploring new things, and like we're gonna start doing wax play soon and stuff like that, and we switch it up and have some
Nice.
role plays work, some don't, sometimes it's just straight up. That's the beauty of being a switch.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
if that's a it's full-time kinky.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And you talk about your unique relationships. And so you say that you love femdoms. And I just want to know what drew you to that dynamic. Like, not everyone, some people kind of get turned off by femdoms. I've met some people who said, things like, oh, that's too masculine, or I don't want this in my life. But you appreciate it and you like it. So what drew you to it?
I was pretty much raised by women. All my friends have been women. Most of my, I'd say 90% of my friends are women. I have some very extremely good friends, but I just look at the data. Most of my friends are women.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate. I feel honored. I truly do.
Yeah, that's nice.
My mother was a feminist, or is a feminist, and she taught me about literature and civil rights and the civil rights movement and money changes, like, politically, everything and stuff like that. And also the beauty of it was my love of art and culture, and that's where it all comes from.
Yeah.
Love of women and the appreciation of women. And then, because of all my friends have been women, and I do have a fetish. I do have a fetish. I have a fetish for women. I have a fetish for black women. I have a fetish for straight up. I'm honest about it, and I love it. I'm proud of it. So
be
I want to
proud
use
of
it
your
for good.
fetish. Yeah.
I want to but I want to use it for good, right? I don't want to use it for evil.
For good.
Think of it like a superpower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to use it for good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that. I don't mind being someone fetish every now and then, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. So you were talking about cross-dressing, and you were talking about how you dressed in, I guess you said a maid outfit or whatever. I have a couple of choices of some movies. I wanted you to...
cool.
Yeah. Go ahead, and if anyone's watching, y'all can get in the comment and tell me too. But out of this list, what is your favorite featured cross-dressing movie? So we have Tu Wong Fu, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Tootsie, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Crying Game, or White Chicks.
I would have to say Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, I love that movie.
The Rocky, the whole soul of the movie seems to be about culture and becoming, like, really find, like, the Susan Sarandon character arc, right? She really finds that who she are. Even Frankfurter is trying to find out who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I find that, and all those, it's just like a munch. You go to a munch, right? You go to a dungeon party or stuff like that, especially ones where you know people. And you see them all the time. It's so good. And that's when you see them, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes like that. So there's a special place in my heart for Rocky Horror Picture Show over the other movies. Can you put those up again, please?
Yeah, sure.
Can we talk about some of these?
Yeah, so we got Tu Wong Fu, we got The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Tootsie, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Crying Game, and White Chicks.
All right, let's start with Tu Wong Fu.
Uh-huh.
John Leguizamo is incredible. John Leguizamo is one of the most talented. Seriously, everything he does, even when he just does, like, the political commentary, or just just like the Daily Show or something like that. His talent is undeniable.
Yeah.
He's amazing. And then you got Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes.
Patrick Swayze, I loved him in that movie. Because he's so, like, manly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Rita saw them filming that in New York City. And,
it was aired in New York? Okay.
Yeah, and, no, they were, oh, wait, was it in New York?
I don't know.
Yeah, because in the beginning they film it in New York, and then they go out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, she had no idea, like, about the movie or anything. She just saw, first thing he did was saw Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And she was like, oh,
like,
my
what's
God,
going on?
he looked amazing.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about the confidence, too, It's about just being who you are and just going with it. So, yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, my punk rock ethic, my rave scene ethic, the hip hop, community ethic, specifically the Kink community. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show. The music, everything, it's one of those, with all its imperfections, it's a perfect movie. You know what I mean?
It is.
And it's one of those things. It's like, if anyone, like, makes fun of any of the imperfections, you're like, that's part of the charm.
Exactly, because it was during the time before all this AI, before all this advancement.
Oh God,
it was just natural. Like, they were just doing it. Yeah.
I'm looking at movies now, And I remember these movies that I was impressed over the last like 5, 10 years, and then I'm realizing this was all done with AI, and now I'm like kind of taken out of it. You know, it's just like when you see AI art now, it's just not the same. All right,
Yeah.
Tootsie, Tootsie,
Tootsie's a funny one.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that a long time ago, but I just remember laughing, but I don't remember the whole movie, the whole concept.
I would highly recommend watching it again.
Yeah.
It holds up. It's yeah, the performances are great. Dustin Hoffman. It's the duality between masculinity because he wants to be a respectful woman, right?
Exactly.
And he wants to be respected as a woman, right? But he's being so toxic as a male.
Exactly.
Throughout the whole movie, and there's that. It's sold as a comedy, and it is a comedy. It's very funny. You know,
Yeah, it is a
It goes
comedy.
deeper
Yeah.
than that. It goes much deeper than that. Mrs. Doubtfire. Isn't that like considered a crime?
No, it's Mrs. Doubtfire about the. You know what? You're trying to be funny because I was about to say he's a maid. I mean, what? A nanny. A nanny. You're trying to be funny.
Yeah, tell that to the lawyers of the. Tell that to the lawyers of the wife of the wife, and if that happens in real life, tell that.
You're right. Someone might question that. That might be a little. Yeah, that might be. If they were to make something like that today, it would be edgy. Like it would be like it couldn't be done today.
Oh, it'd be all sad. It'd be like.
Yeah.
Like what's with all the funny shows getting sad, like Bel Air, Fresh Prince of Bel Air was like fun, now it's like serious. Saturday Night Live did one where Family Matters got all serious and Urkel's all like, you know.
I didn't see that one. Yeah.
Dark
but,
yeah, look it up. It's Saturday Night Live. It's very funny.
Yeah, I hate it when they get all emotional and stuff. It's like just keep
Totally
it.
makes fun of
I want to
that.
laugh. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Robin. Rest in peace to Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Harvey Fierstein has a great role in that, as well. Pierce Brosnan, Sally Field.
Yeah.
The Crying Game. I saw it in the '80s. Oh no, I'm sorry, the '90s.
Yeah, I was about to say it came out in the because I think that was like
I gotta revisit
think
that.
I was a teen. Well, I don't know, maybe a young adult. I don't know what year that came. I don't know what year, but I know I was young. Yeah.
And the song, I remember the song was always on the radio. I was like this, like I said, I was a romantic, so I always had music on. Oh,
yeah.
Right. And a lot of the alternative radio stations, you know, before it was considered alternative. And I'm not talking about like Pearl Jammy, guitar, moaning stuff. I'm talking about like weird stuff like where every song is like a different genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's always independent. Right? Shout out to 106.3 New Jersey and 91.1.
Okay.
In New Jersey, 91.1 WFMU, I love you. Anyway, yeah, The Crying Game, that song was always on. It was constant. I was like, I couldn't get away from it. That's
The
what I
Crying
remember.
Game. Wait, what song is this? That's not Seal, is it?
About the Crying Game. Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I played so much, I forget who did it.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm trying to remember the song because I know it had a good soundtrack. Because I remember the soundtrack like being popular. It had a good soundtrack.
Dave Berry. The Crying Game is a song written by Jeff Stevens. It was first released by English rock singer Dave Berry in July 1964, becoming the first top 10 hit in the UK. And it was later covered by Boy George. So, yeah, the
Boy
Crying
George,
Game
yeah.
song, the version that got popular was Boy George.
Yeah. He made
White
it.
Chicks.
I'm sorry, but I've seen that so many times, and I laugh every time I see it because it just is ridiculous to me. It's to me, it's one of my favorite on this list. To tell you the truth,
I love absurd comedy that kind of makes other people feel uncomfortable.
the whole movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the like the toilet humor gets a little too much sometimes, but like there's that one scene, right, where she's in the stall and she's just
oh my gosh, yeah. That is hilarious. It's like you can pick out so many parts of that movie and be like, this made someone very uncomfortable. This one did. Yeah.
But I mean, the Wayans brothers. Oh my God! Did you see that special he did after Chris Rock, the whole Chris Rock thing? He did a
No.
whole special basically about Will Smith, Chris Rock, and I think it's called God Loves Me or something like that. And it's a great special. He's hilarious in it. I highly recommend that one.
Okay,
Like
okay.
that,
I will look into that. So we are halfway through. I see it's
Okay.
well, a few people on here, but you know, even if someone has a question later on after watching this, ask your question and we will answer it because you know we always love to answer questions. Nick is always you seem like an open book, so I appreciate that. You know.
I'm 100% open, and that's the you know I thinking about this. Honesty is sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honesty is
It
sexy.
is.
Think
Yeah.
about it. When you talk to
Exactly.
someone and you know that they're present in the moment and they're like they have an honest reaction, you can trust their honest reaction. That is the sexiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. Now, I stated that you are an advocate for, you know, I believe you are mental health. Do you believe that if someone is seeing a mental health, you know, provider, do you think they should like talk about their kinky side or try to go to a kink friendly therapist do you think it just depends on the individual?
Definitely. That's a good question. That's a very good question, actually. I'm glad you brought it up because I've been going in and out of therapy, especially for the liver transplant. There's recovery stuff, the
Yeah.
addiction stuff, all that stuff. Now, me being a talkative edgelord, I am right.
Yeah.
I try to bait my therapist. So I've got like crazy stories that these people I've lived and also my friends tell me. So I could always throw something so out there wild, and I want to get a reaction. It's like trolling my therapist.
So you just want to see what they're going to say. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with my therapist, right? And I'm saying like, you know, we're talking about like I don't know, long-term relationships going bad or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because the woman who was taking care of me ended up into a mental institution. She had a mental breakdown. And it's a whole other story. I'm writing a book about that.
Yeah.
And there's a whole layered pain of loss. Like you know, I love this woman,
Yeah.
but mental illness it changed the narrative of the story, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, but so I have to like represent it right. Anyway, so I could be talking to my therapist about that, right? And we're talking, you know, and then I'd have to bring something up like, well, at least I don't have to get rid of a toilet coffin like my friend Mistress Claudia, you know, because in her relationship she had to get rid of her toilet coffin. You know, what do you do with a toilet coffin, Doc? You know,
And
so now
mean,
we got to go on this toilet coffin conversation.
I don't even know what that is. Like
I know, right? There you go. My point is there. Basically, my friend Mistress Claudia had a long-term sub, and he built a very expensive coffin that also was a toilet, so he could lay in and she could do her business.
Yeah.
You know, and then after the relationship, he found a vanilla, like a woman to marry.
oh yeah, someone.
He found a vanilla woman to marry, and he's gonna leave his toilet coffin behind, right? So he's like, "Thanks for the toilet coffin."
Yeah.
What do I do with this?
Exactly. Not everyone's into that, so you have to find a special person for that. Yeah.
So you know, me knowing like it's like these stories, I'm so tempted to like just sneak something like that into my therapy, just to see if my therapist is listening.
They listening. They might be caught off guard because you say something like that. I know
want them
that'll
paying
wake them
attention
up.
to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
You know, I'd say I would say things like, "Look, I'm a part of the kink community."
Yeah.
And I'm expecting. Originally, when I started, I like expected pushback.
Yeah.
You know, being a douchebag, man. You know, I'm trying not to be.
Yeah.
You know, because you walk in therapy and you want help, unless if you don't need if you don't think the person's going to help you, or if you don't know them, you got to size them up.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And you know, and then once you're comfortable, I talk. I'm very open about it. Just like you. I'm talking with you about it, right?
Yeah.
But some therapists come in and they're like, some therapists told me, Nick, you have to be careful because a lot of those people are broken people. And then immediately I got that from this. I was like, oh, my therapist is telling me that the people I love, all the people I love, are just like broken people. Maybe I should not hang out with them or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't talking about them even being a bad influence. It's the automatic prejudice that people have of the kink community.
Exactly.
That even if they don't exercise, we feel it.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Somehow it touches people in different ways, but yeah, that's true. My sister, she's a psychologist, and she was telling me how they have the option to put kink friendly on their site or whatever, and I think that's good. I really feel like like I'm gonna look for a kink friendly therapist now. So
Please, yeah, that should be like the quote. Look for a kink therapist.
Exactly.
And therapy makes a difference. It truly does. You need someone to talk to, and that's why I want the show to be, that where people feel comfortable to talk, especially kink, because especially in these times, mark my words, censorship is gonna. Things are taken down. Shows are being taken down. Network shows are being taken down for jokes. You know what I mean? They don't think that you're gonna take you down for something else.
Exactly.
For something, for sex.
Exactly. That's true.
You feel that they're going after, the trans people, LGBTQ people. So it's like, we need art, and we need expression. We need more than that, but like it does start with art, and a lot of people in the kink community know that. So we gotta do that. So yeah, you walk out. You ever like walk somewhere in a like a party or family gathering of people, vanilla people? Do you feel that they're looking at you?
Yeah. Sometimes I have to tone down the way I dress because I do want to show a little this, a little that at times.
And you are sexy too. I've seen.
Thank you. I can't be that way in every environment.
I know, right?
Like people who go out and they showing all their goods all the time. I don't feel comfortable like that. I do it in certain places.
Make them want it.
Some people, they don't care.
Make them earn it.
Exactly. You got to be here to see this. Yeah.
Right on. You got to show up.
Yeah,
mentally,
that's
physically.
True. Yeah,
Emotionally.
yeah. So we've been talking about kinky, but do you think? Let's see. Do you feel like you have to be kinky to be into BDSM, or do you have to be in order to be into BDSM? You have to be kinky. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like those tie together? Because you're into BDSM and all that good stuff too, right?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Well, let's define what I think kinky is. And it could mean things to other people, but in my opinion, it's looking at the world differently. In a better. It's kinking the world, so to speak. So you're taking something straight and just kinking it a little bit. Right?
Okay.
Something normal. It doesn't mean make it bad. It doesn't mean make it better. Just change. Change is a fundamental part of life, right?
Yeah.
So it's the only constant in life. It's the only. So you got to embrace it. Kink does that. So for me, anything that just makes you look at the world a little different and try to make the world look at the world in a better place, right?
Yeah.
Maybe things aren't so bad. Yes, they're bad, but if you look on how we can make them better, then we could move forward and make things better. You know what I mean? So if we kink things, if we kink ideas, change it. So for example, the sissification narrative, right?
Okay.
You could take the toxic masculinity of someone who's a toxic male, and you could put them in a dress and chastity and teach them a lesson, right?
Yeah.
You could do it that way, or you could just open their mind to gender dynamics, right?
Yeah.
To romance, stuff like that. If you kink things, you start looking at the world differently.
Yeah.
Right? And start trying to see the sexiness of everything. Right? It makes a difference. Right?
It does.
Yeah. And that's the way I view kink. Now BDSM is another thing. BDSM is just bondage, domination, submissive, sadomasochism.
Yeah.
that's more of a action. It's like something you do, kind of. You know, it is
Yeah.
a lifestyle culture, but like, um, whereas for me, kink is kind of broad. You know, if if you say can you be kinky and do you have to be kinky to be a DSM? There are many people who run dungeons, who run munches, who are very making a lot of money too, and they're
Yeah.
not kinky at all. They don't give a they don't care. There's
They're
no
just about the
passion.
business. Yeah.
They don't need to feel the fabric or need to feel the
Yeah.
leather or they don't need to feel the sting of the paddle or any of that or they don't need to whack the paddle or whatever.
Yeah.
They want the money, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be kinky to be into BDSM.
Yeah.
To be kinky, I think it helps to be into BDSM. You don't have to.
Yeah, I feel
I
it
know
does.
kinky
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know kinky people who don't like pain. I'm not like even the sissification narrative, right?
Uh-huh.
I like to change it. There, like for example, there, in porn and in the whole in fantasy,
Yeah.
it's almost like a horror story where it's like yeah, like someone's kidnapped to put into chastity, never had being able to come again, right? Only has to have ass sex with strangers for money, you know, that you don't get, which is you know,
Yeah.
and then thrown away. You know what I mean? That's horrible. So
Yeah.
as a right, so let's kink that.
Yeah.
Let's kink that narrative. Why not? I don't
Yeah.
want to, you know, I don't want to be thrown away. I want to be a better man.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's true.
I'm trying to change the narrative as a switch and to make it loving. My friend Mr. Shari from Mischief Manor, shout out to her, Mischief Matters as well. We're trying to like change the narrative and not use humiliation and degradation into the kink narrative. So we don't just disrespect like womanhood, right?
Yeah.
And not that there's anything wrong with humiliation, degradation, stuff like that. That's a kink on. We're just like other people are into other things. Like, it's
Yeah.
good to explore, and let's kink it out. You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
do something
I hear.
different.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There's a comment from Sunshine. Oh, thank you. You said I look beautiful. I appreciate it. And thank you for having Nicholas Tanek. Yes, he is. He's a fun person to talk to. It's always a pleasure
I
when
love
he's
Sunshine.
around.
I'll say that on this show. I love
Yes,
Sunshine very well. I also like licking tres leches off her toes.
Oh, okay, okay. So speaking of
She's
that,
my key holder. She is my key
oh,
holder.
okay, okay, fun times. Okay, so she knows you very personally. Uh,
Very.
yeah. Speaking of which, is there a fetish or kink that you discovered as you got older that surprised you that you really enjoyed? You know.
Lady Red, the kink rabbit hole goes so deep. It just keeps on going.
So you just keep discovering things every day.
Yeah, and you know that's the beauty of it too. I'm into things. Like I said before earlier in the interview, I was terrified of chastity. I was
Yeah.
terrified of pegging, right?
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate any of that stuff until I got more into the community and time and age. Like you know, a little bit of wisdom helps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I never thought I'd be into any of that stuff, and now I am. I'm pretty much down to anything that's legal, right, and consensual.
Okay, good. Yeah.
To try it at
So,
least.
so you at least willing to try it once, is what you're saying.
I'm open-minded to try it enough if it's healthy and if it's not going to affect my health, like because I had a liver transplant, so I can't do certain things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, but like I'm open. Yeah, as long as it's legal, consensual. I'm
Yeah.
usually willing, open enough. I mean, there's things I guess. I have to be in the moment. I have to decide then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who live in the moment now.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, you don't want to live your life like tunnel vision and just doing things routine all the time. So that's good that you're willing to try it. So that's fun. That's fun. So I'm guessing you've been to several dungeons throughout your life. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you feel like what's an element of a good dungeon that makes it unforgettable
For me personally,
for you,
the people.
people? That's true.
People. You can't have a party without people, right? You can't have
That's
a dungeon
true.
party without people, and the right people make all the difference.
That's
cool,
true.
kind, open-minded people, diverse people. Like
That's
having
it.
having
Yes.
diversity is very important. Not just within race and class, but in kink. You know,
Yeah.
Lady Red, if you're ever in New Jersey, right, I would
Okay.
love for you to come down Mischief Manor.
Yeah.
You'd love it. You would absolutely love it. It's an underground party, right? It's got a full dungeon. It's independent. It's not extremely flashy, but it's extremely safe, very clean,
Yeah.
and everyone is vetted. And I have to admit, everyone is incredibly cool. A shout out to everybody at Mischief Manor. They're diverse. I mean, from class to race,
Yeah.
style to even age. I mean, everyone is of age, of course, but we have people in their 20s and people in their 70s and 80s.
Oh wow, I
Right?
love that.
People,
I love it.
like white people, black people, every skin, every race, culture you could think of have walked through those doors.
Yeah.
And brought food, right?
Yeah.
It brought
Yeah.
something to the table, and every time I go there, I meet someone different, and that's the beauty of it. People diversity.
Yeah.
You know, this is
Yeah.
the beauty, and your kinky friends. I want to talk to everybody in the world. And
Me too.
so being at a dungeon, if you have a diverse dungeon with a lot of people,
Yeah.
the beauty of it is that it's limitless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just like I don't want to go to a dungeon where there's just like one bed. I mean, I do, like at that time for that night, but like going to a dungeon where you can see everything is awesome. And then you find that other dungeon where you can do that one thing you specialize in. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it all starts with that. It all starts with getting everybody together and the people,
Yeah.
the right people, right? People
I love
do.
that answer because, I mean, that's really, really one of the most important things. I was thinking the music, but I mean that's you gotta have.
All
the
right,
right
let's
music,
talk
but-
about that. What have you been playing at your place these days?
Like at dungeons or just like
Yeah.
regular music.
At dungeons.
So let's see. I've been playing some songs by Rihanna. I like these like really slow, like I don't know, more sensual songs where it's like it builds up to like that explosion. Like I can't have like the boom 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 the whole time.
Okay.
So
What about the vampire music? I had Goddess Arroyo on my show. She did my theme song, right? She's Lady Oracle Jane, and she under the her musician name, and she was making fun of the dungeon music. She's like it's good, but a lot of it's like vampire music. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's what people think of. Like when you watch the movies, it's like the vampires in the dungeon, and they're all blood everywhere and having sex and all this stuff. A lot of
That's where the
dungeons
coffin
that
toilets come in.
yeah, exactly. I haven't seen one, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I just want to go on record that if you're into the toilet coffin kink, good. That's a good for you.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah, we're not
It's
shaming
my
anybody's
personal-
kink around here. Yeah.
Yeah, not shaming kink.
Yeah. So we do have one comment, another one from Sunshine. Thanks, Sunshine. You've been very. I like hearing from you. It really is a wonderful coming together of diverse people who all have kink or BDSM in common. Then we find our other many. What is that word? Commonalities. Commonality. Let me put my glasses on. Commonalities.
Yeah,
yes.
I do that too. I'm getting older, so I'm like, what is this? And you see my big ass forehead like go in looking at the comments.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need a
Yes.
producer.
Thank you for that answer, because that is I gotta go to one of the dungeons out there. So yeah.
Sunshine gets it.
Yeah, I see that.
We're talking about healing. Saved my life
Oh.
in many ways. I'm still finding ways. Like I'm still reminded in ways that I didn't even think of before. Yeah.
Has she been on any of your podcasts or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're the Spoon Thieves. We
Okay.
started. We're writing a book, basically a romance book called The Spoon Thieves, which is a real. It's a real romance thing. So documents our kinky life, basically. And but it's a I started writing it, and what I wanted to do is kind of like create a myth of two kinky lovers, right? That are
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm living it, but like I kind of want to make it. I want to write it in a way that it becomes, that you read it. It's like even after we're gone, I want the story
Yeah,
to
it
live on,
lives
so to speak.
on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like that's what I'm trying to do with the writing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
create stories, and even with the podcast, I'm trying to create kink legends and kink mythology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is our art form is disposable, right?
Yeah.
So we got to just keep on pushing and making it, keep making it.
Yeah. Okay. So we haven't really spoke much about your podcast. You've said it, a little bit of whatever. But what inspired you? Well, I guess you did say what inspired you to do the podcast. But out of all the episodes you've ever hosted, are there any that really stood out? And you look back on and you're like, that was a good one. I know you got to be like, I love all of them, but is there one?
No, I don't love all of them. Some of them are horrible.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be honest. You'll be honest.
Thanks for keeping it real, because not all of them are. Yeah.
But a lot of them are horrible because of me or because of technology or stuff like
Technology,
that.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, because or I messed up, or I'm sick. I did the whole podcast through a liver transplant, so I look like Gollum of Lord of the Rings. I'm all my eyes are sunken in. I'm like, it's not the nicest thing to look at. That's why I was relying on people to listen to it.
Yeah. You have it on Spotify as well.
Yes, I have it on Spotify. So my favorite episode. I've got a couple. One of the things I'm most proud of though is the rope show, the YKF rope show. And I don't know if you love rope, but rope is cool. Rope is really fun.
It. Yeah. I like suspension more. I don't
and
know
that's
if
what we did.
Okay.
Check this out, Lady Red. I hope I'm going to impress you. So that's why. Check this out. So at the Manor, we had Briscoe suspend Sunshine and then film it. And I interviewed Briscoe while she was suspended Sunshine. So I'm looking good, and this is like fresh out of liver transplant, about a good almost a year out. But I'm like, that's a recovery period, right? So I feel I'm back. I'm in my element, right? I'm looking good. And I'm like, I got everybody together. So I got that going on, and I'm interviewing live. But I got Nico Noir in Texas, being suspended as well by the Latex Cowboy. And then, on top of that, I got a rope aficionado shout out to Rope Aficionado from Dom Dialogues. He's got a podcast. He's great. Check him out. Rope Aficionado. Good guy. He's suspending his sub. So we have Nico being suspended in Texas. We have Rope Aficionado being suspended in Chicago, right? We have DK Blackfish comes in from Portland, or from Seattle. Excuse me, from Seattle. So we got all these people suspended on one live stream for the first time that I know, at least, right? All across the country.
All these different locations. Yeah. Oh,
so
wow. I gotta check that episode
the kinky
out.
people together.
Yeah.
I'll send it over to you. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a fun episode.
I tied the country together. Suspended the country.
You know what? I like that. That's good. Yeah. Everyone coming together for one common interest. Yeah.
But shout out, some of the best episodes I had were with people. I have to say, Madame C. I am in absolute awe of her. She is a magnificent, breathtaking woman, hypnotizing when it comes to her elegance and her sophistication. It's wonderful. Nico Noir is one of my absolute favorite guests, an extremely good friend of mine. He's essential to your kinky friends. Absolutely essential to your kinky friends. And we have many episodes. The last episode that we just did is actually one I'm very, very proud of, because I got my technical game a little better. You know what I mean? I got my questions a little, I feel like, and we haven't seen each other in a while, and then like it's like she's back. You know what I mean? So it's called The Return of Nico Noir. It's the latest
Okay,
episode.
yeah, I think I saw. Oh, well, I didn't watch it, but I saw you advertise
It's
that. Yeah.
great. It moves quick. It's very funny. And Nico Noir is just a force of nature. She's just incredible. You know,
Yeah.
there are older episodes that like they technically they're not the best or anything like that, but moment wise they're amazing for me. And I feel that they capture the culture. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it reminds me. I used to watch a lot of hip hop videos, like Video Music Box and Rap City, and like the production value of the show. That's like if
Yeah.
you pay attention to the production, and even the production value of the music videos. Like you could see the mistakes and see, but the culture is captured in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I kept on filming. I kept on recording. So stuff like Madame C, Natasha Strange is another one, which is amazing. When we had this one New Year's Eve episode where we're just kind of high on life. All of us are sober, and it's New Year's Day. I'm sorry, it's New Year's Day, and it's Nico Noir, Mr. Sophie out of Romania. Cherry, another one, Cherry Sea Bombs from Conversations with Crossdressers. That's one of my favorite episodes too. I'm
Okay, I'm gonna have to check these
Conversations
out.
with
I should be
Crossdressers
taking notes.
podcast is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So all those episodes are stuff I'm really proud of. But like the last Nico Noir episode was amazing. The returning the rope show is amazing. Another one is my weekends episode, the one that we just did. It's not out on YouTube yet. It's on Spotify. And
Okay.
It's called Losing a Long-Term Submissive. So, Lady Red, have you ever had a long-term submissive in the relationship at the end, either through death
Oh, yeah.
or through location, or maybe you had to get rid of them? That's where the toilet coffin stuff came in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right? So, like, it's a
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
show. The episode is all about that. So we had Mistress Claudia, we had Mr. Scarlet, and Anna Valentina, and also the Commandant from Kinkify down in Texas, right?
Okay.
So all of us on the weekend show, we have the show, in which you're totally invited to every time.
Okay.
And we have a different topic every week, and this topic was losing a long-term submissive.
Wow.
you know?
That's a
So what do you
topic.
do?
That's wow. Yeah.
Yeah, with property, with
Yeah.
time. What about in the scene? Consent.
All the
Consent with
protocols.
threats,
Yeah.
protocol, all that stuff. So we discussed that, and the thing that I'm proud of in it is that a lot of these doms have really cared, put time, energy into these submissives and these relationships, right? And they evolved beyond financial, right? And there's a little echo on my side.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I don't hear that, but yeah.
Okay, so but anyway, this where was I?
I'm sorry. You're. Did that throw you off? You were talking
Yeah.
about. Oh, goodness. That threw me off too. Sorry.
All right, so yeah. Hey, what was the question?
Hold on, Nick. What were you talking? I'm sorry. It threw me off too. Well, we can.
We were talking about.
We were talking about your
Oh,
favorite episodes, of course, and then
Yeah,
you were
favorite
talking about the
episode, favorite
weekend recap, and then you were.
Oh
talking
yeah.
about,
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. So all right. I asked these doms to tell everybody, if they wanted closure. I asked them if they wanted closure because in this book, Your Kinky Friends,
Yeah.
it's about me losing Lynn. But what do you do after you lose somebody? Lynn died. She had ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
And I wrote after she died. I wrote this to tell her story. But this story is about after she died and how the kink community helped me. I'm going. It's
Yeah.
one summer, and I'm going to Munches, and I'm talking. Like it's basically me and my friend Randy, who's an ethical slut, a proud slut, and
Yeah.
my friend Casey's a dominatrix. Mr. Scarlet, sorry, Mr. Scarlet is a dominatrix, and we're kind of going through life, and then there's a couple other friends in there who we're going through life, and you know. But in this morning, I dream of her. I dream of Lynn, and then I know it's in my mind. I know it's not, real. It's not a ghost.
Yeah.
But I do have a chance to tell her something. So on this episode, losing a long-term dom. At the end of the episode, I asked him, I'm like, if you could say one or two things just to them, what would you say? And I went around the panel, and everyone said anything. It was very heartfelt, very emotional, and I really think it captured the love that people have in the kink community, even if you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kink community helps. So I thought it's a show I'm very proud of, and please check it out.
Okay. It sounds like an episode where it kind of gets deep into a topic that's not really talked about, because like people don't talk about that. So that's I'll look into that. That's good. So Nick, it's been great talking to you. I hope we will have this again, because like I said, it's always fun talking to you. But you did send me a picture, and I just want to show everyone your picture. And if anyone's looking to connect with you somehow, here's where you can find Nick. Can you go ahead and tell everyone where they can tune into your show or find out more about you?
Well, on Spotify, it's the YKF. Your Kinky Friends.
Okay, so I put the wrong thing in?
Yes, it's YKF.
Okay, I'm sorry
Your
about that.
Kinky Friends. Because it's like, in society, they're always pointing fingers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, kinky people, they don't want to own up to the fact that they're kinky. So they're like, oh, these are your kinky friends, and not mine. Well, so that's why, that's not the reason necessarily. It's called Your Kinky Friends, because the community is yours. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's Your Kinky Friends. Also, what's funny is that picture. Shout out to Roxy and Dukes. I used to live near this burlesque club. And it was abandoned, and that picture was taken. That was written on the walls by Ricky, a puppeteer, and it was knocked down the instant. It was right after 5 seconds after that picture was taken. So that wall is no longer there. That club is no longer there. I took it right before it was taken. Right before that wall was knocked down, which I thought was wild. But yeah, check me out, Nicholas Tanek at Friends Kinky. Friends Kinky on X is more promotion. Instagram is Nick Tanek. But if you go to Spotify, YKF, if you go to Your Kinky Friends on YouTube, just type in no spaces, all lowercase, Your Kinky Friends is the channel. Yeah. And then go to the live tab. You'll see everything. My show is live.
Yeah.
I want to capture the moment, right? So if things go wrong all the time.
I can attest to that. I know. Believe me, I know. So, but I appreciate you working with me on getting all this together and us having a great episode and sitting down and chopping it up. And like, if you invite me to do another episode, I will definitely come and sit down with as many people as you want.
Come by the weekend.
Talk about it. Yes.
We're talking about kink money.
Kink money. Yes. You said you're going to tell me more about that. I need some money.
Come on. I'll send you an invite right now.
All right. Yes, definitely. I'm always.
I think I did send it to you, but I'll send it again.
Okay. All right. And everyone who tuned in tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. If there was a question on tonight's episode that you saw that you want to answer in the comments and you're not watching us live, go ahead. I promise you, I will respond, and Nicholas will respond too. So, all right.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody out there listening to this or watching this, support Lady Red. Support, like seriously, this is a culture. This is part of a movement. And if you can't find a munch, start one, right? If you know what, and it all stems from like people like Lady Red. Lady Red, what you're doing is amazing. It's wonderful, and I'm so thankful that people in the community do it.
Thank you. Well, you started it, and I mean, it's like so you're like my little mentor. I see you, and you're doing amazing things too. But thank you so much. All right.
I love you, Lady Red. I send the invite. Come on Sunday, it'll be fun.
I will. All righty.
Great.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye. Be cool, be kind, keep an open mind.
I like it.
Take care.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow me at Interview My Kink with Lady Red on your social media platform, as well as I Am K with Lady Red on YouTube and Spotify. And once again, thank you for tuning in to Interview My Kink with Lady Red.